let's transition over to the NFC West, I believe. Let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks going forward. Seems like they're in a rebuild this season. Possibly, I think they just announced Geno Smith he's still probably the starter, and he's gonna be playing this preseason, his last game.
God, that's a name I hope to never hear again, and then somehow it came back through the airwaves. Geno Smith.
I know, it's like Halloween, man. It's like zombies coming out of the ground. Old dead people coming back to life.
Gosh.
Like
Julian, how do you
Halloween.
feel about the Seahawks going forward this season?
Bro, like, just end it, man. Just. I know you don't want to fire Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll's at an 8. He's not there for a rebuild, man. This guy's like 72 or 73 or something like that. And you want to, like, by the time a rebuild could take like 3 to 4 years, 3 years if you can do it fast. I think you got to start fresh. You got to hit the absolute. I know they already kind of did, but like, I mean, you paid all this money to Metcalf, which I'm surprised he ended up staying. It's just like, I think he's gonna. I mean, unless there's a deal that he couldn't like pass up. It's just like, man, that team is in shambles. They had a good run, you know. What was it, like 10 years? They had a solid 10-year run, but like everything, it must come to an end. They did have one of the longer runs in our generation, for sure. I can't think of too many other teams that were able to sustain success for that long. But like all good things, it must come to an end, and it's ending with Geno Smith in your backfield. So a former Jet.
Jojo, how do you feel about your week one? Because they're going to be playing Denver week one going forward. Seahawks.
Revenge game.
Sounds like we have a lot of revenge games going on with this schedule. I don't know if it was strategically planned and set out, but hey, NFL's doing a good job to get their viewers, huh? I mean, I feel pretty confident. Who do we really have to worry about in this team? Our
Geno Smith
starter, Drew Lock
Metcalf.
and DK. That connection is gonna go crazy. I feel very confident, man. Like I said, always we got on the core. We got the quarterback we needed. That we were gonna get. We were gonna get a quarterback, and we got it. And it's the fall of the Seahawks, but it's a new rise for the Broncos here. So matchup wise, play style wise, coaching wise, I think we got it in the bag. Obviously, nothing's ever guaranteed, but that's a good week one game. You know what I mean? And Russell Wilson could get that chip off his shoulder against his old team and just bury that, and then he can focus on finally being a Bronco, get it right out the way.
Yeah.
Gabe, so is it settled that Geno Smith's playing over Drew Lock?
Yes.
Well,
Geno,
damn, that tells you what he thinks of Drew Lock.
No, hold on. Geno was named the starter of the final preseason game, but they stated that Drew Lock will be playing a lot throughout the season.
Okay, so I'm about to say, man, that speaks volumes about Drew Lock. This but in Geno,
we don't know for week one yet, but as far as the last preseason game, Geno was named the starter.
Okay.
This is another situation too with the Seahawks. Like nobody's expecting anything, especially the really tough division in the NFC West. Like nobody's expecting. If you can split halfway through the season, you go look at your schedule again. They have to play the Chargers. They have to play the Rams twice. They got to play. You know what I mean? They got to play Denver. They got to play a tough schedule. So like nobody expecting anything out of the Seahawks. Probably they should hit the hard. We'll see as the season goes forward. You never know what.
Hey, listen, real quick. Julian asked why Metcalf didn't leave, man. Right now, I think these young guys are more worried about their guaranteed money and why their values at its highest based on their performance, and they're gonna stick to where they're gonna get paid, regardless of if they're gonna have a winning season or not. That's why
I'm telling you, if they can get the stats, I mean, if they can get those consistent,
I think you need to sell tickets too, right? Because if you get rid of Metcalf, you get rid of all these premier players. It's like who's going to come watch a game, right?
Hey, it's the 12th man. They'll be fine. They have the record for the loudest stadium in NFL history. They'll be fine. They'll
be loud, quiet. It's gonna be real quiet. But yeah, nobody's expecting. We'll see week one. I'm sure. We're gonna talk. JoJo's gonna talk about all the highlights that Russell did with his former team.